So Nidhi, moving to rediffusers now. I'll admit I used to think that these were just for making our home fancy.
Yeah, so reed diffusers do look fancy, but they're very practical too, like they work on absorbing this fragrance oil through the reeds or the fiber sticks that are there, and they work through the capillary action. So there are pores inside the reed sticks. So what happens is the fragrance oil is absorbed in the stick, and due to air ventilation, the fragrance oozes out in the entire atmosphere or the living space that you are in. Now, what I like about them is that they need no electricity, no heat, so you don't have to worry about like the fire. There is no wax that is falling down here and there, and so yeah, it's like a perfect solution. And yes, they are very aesthetically appealing because it has a nice cute bottle to it, and a few sticks on top of it. You can even decorate it with like some flowers or some dried items. So it is it provides like a subtle but a very long lasting solution.
Also, I think our audience wants to know where are the best placements for rediffusers to maximize their effectiveness?
Yeah, so this question I get a lot, even when people meet me in person. They're like, I have a reed diffuser, but I don't know how to use them, or where do I use them? Where do I keep them? So the optimal place to keep a reed diffuser is in a well ventilated place, but you don't keep it near the windows, for example, because that's where highest ventilation is. But you keep in a place where there is a medium ventilation. And of course, you need to avoid it from placing it somewhere near the heat, like a heater or any source of radiator or direct sunlight, because more the ventilation, more the diffuser is getting over soon, so, or it evaporates quite quickly, basically. So yeah, that is something that we have to keep in mind.
And how can you refresh the scent from the rediffusers?
So, the ideal way of doing it is, say, when the fragrance is not oozing out or you think it is not performing well, all you need to do is probably take a tissue in your hand and flip the sticks. So when you do that, again, an entire burst of aroma comes into your room, and it helps to release more scent in the room. There is also one more thing that, the smaller the space, I would recommend to for people to use less number of sticks. Because otherwise, it can be too powerful and strong for a smaller space. Bigger spaces, you can increase the number of sticks. And there's one more factor to be considered, that is, if you're using 2 sticks, it will last you much longer than the 6 sticks altogether. So there are a lot of factors to be considered here, but I think only once a person tries it, a person understands that what is their kind of utility for the reed diffuser.
And also big issue for our audiences is how long can we expect a reed diffuser to last?
Yeah, so it actually depends on the size of the bottle, and also the ventilation, the humidity of the area, the number of sticks that you're using, and the number of times you're flipping the sticks. It all depends on that, but generally it can last from a few several weeks to even months, and if you think that the oil is fading or something, is your sticks are clogged, basically most of the time there is a lot of dust that comes and sticks onto your sticks. So maybe you can think of an option of even replacing the sticks if you think it is not having that burst of aroma.
Can we assume that all this knowledge applied to Aroma Land rediffusers?
Yes, of course. Like, I have tried Aroma Land reed diffusers, and they're one of the best reed diffusers in the market in Romania, and they have a very good fragrance. They last somewhere around 4 weeks to 6 weeks. Again, if I'm using just 2 sticks, it does last me for like 2 months. They're pretty popular over here, and they're doing very well, right?
Yeah, thank you for your appreciation. Where can we use reed diffuser?
So, of course, you can use it in any living space, probably, wherever you want to. But the ideal place would actually depend on the fragrance that you are, looking for, and what kind of an ambience that you're trying to create. Mm-hmm. So, you can use it in your living rooms. Fragrances like orange or passion fruit, or any fruity fragrance, where you're looking for a lot of energy for, say, suppose the guests are coming in, or something that is a very luxurious vibe to you. That kind of fragrances work in living room. In bathrooms, soft, subtle fragrances work very well. People like the fragrance of ocean. People like the fragrance of vanilla in the bathrooms. Offices is also a place where you can use similar kind of fragrances. Apart from that, you can use it in your kitchens, in your offices, in your hallways. People also use reed diffusers for spa and relaxation. So if you're a person who's looking for spa and relaxation at home, you can probably, keep a reed diffuser.
Yeah, thank you. So, if I understand, actually, reed diffuser really fancy our house, but also they need a little bit of attention, because if the reeds are stocked, you have to turn them down or to replace them time to time.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
So, there is, when it comes to choosing the scent, it all comes down to like a very personal preference, I feel, and the kind of atmosphere that you're trying to create. Like, I'm a person, for my bedroom, I want a smell like lavender, where I'm super calm. It helps me to relax and at least have a deep sleep, so that I can start a new day fresh and energetic. And when it comes to workplaces or social places, you might want fragrances that can either... So for workplaces, you can use fragrances that help you to focus. And for social spaces, you can use fragrances that are very warm, welcoming. That is I think that would be very appropriate.
For me, usually the blends works very good. And actually, I like very much spicy blends, which are especially exotic, and you think of India when you smell them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Are there any spaces where you shouldn't use reed diffusers?
I would suggest to not use reed diffusers where there is dampness, where there is a lot of humidity, or where there is places where there is direct sunlight. Somewhere near the sink is somewhere I wouldn't recommend anybody to keep, or do not keep it near the windows, for example, or near your cooking stove. And lastly, you should avoid places where people are just walking, and they might just kick the bottle, and it might spill over. So that is something that needs to be taken care of as well.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing insights on reed diffusers. They are quite wonderful way to enhance any space with fragrance. Choose the right scents, maintain them well, and enjoy the ambience they create. Happy diffusing.
Aroma Land, the touch of nature.